Longtime viewers of this channel know that in addition to being a YouTuber, I'm also a medical student. I spend a lot of time in the library or in my office reading books and doing online work. And one of the best purchases that I've made in the past couple of years has been a portable external display for my laptop. Something super slim and portable that I can throw in my backpack and use whenever I'm out and about in the library, a coffee shop, and not in my home office setup. Which is why I was very excited to get this product in the mail. This is the Mobile Pixel's DUEX MAX. It is another external computer display, but this one is a little bit different. This actually magnetically attaches to the back of your laptop screen. It lives there as long as you want it to, and you can just slide it out whenever you need to use it. Unlike the ones that I've been using now, which I have to kind of pack and pull out and set up on like a little kickstand, this is just ready to go at a moment's notice. And in this video today, I'm gonna unbox it, show you what comes in the packaging, how to get it set up on your laptop, walk you through the features and my experience using the product, and let you know whether or not I think it's worth picking one up for yourself. Before we dive into this, if you're a subscriber, welcome back. If you're new here, thank you for joining me. And if I could bother you to hit the subscribe button, ring the notification bell, like the video, and leave a comment. All of those things help the channel continue to grow, and I would of course appreciate you for it. But let's not waste time with that. Let's dive into the Mobile Pixel's DUEX MAX. So Mobile Pixels makes a couple different monitors. The DUEX MAX specifically is a 14.1-inch ultra slim laptop screen extender with full HD 1080p resolution. Okay, you can see from the packaging, this looks like a nice professional product. It says for anywhere work takes you. There's a few different kind of features on the back that I'll highlight as I go along, but let's get straight to the unboxing. So if I open up this top, kind of Apple looking thick cardboard packaging here, the first thing you're gonna see when you crack this open, which is very handy, is the setup guide. You can scan this QR code, you can go to the link on their website, or if you just flip the paper over, they've got instructions for how to use and install the screen on your computer, which is worth taking the time to read, as I'll explain in just a moment. Now this is the screen itself. They've got a few different colors. You can see I chose the gunmetal gray, which just looks fantastic. I'm all about the basics. They also have, let me read, Set Sail Blue, Rio Rouge, and Mallard Green. So I think the rouge is, if that's how you say it, that's red. They all look great. I just kind of like the classic gray. So pulling this out of the packaging, let's set that down right there. We'll talk about kind of the construction of this in just a moment. You can see, however, how thin it is, which is really remarkable. Underneath the screen itself, we've got this template for attaching the screen to your computer. And below the template is the magnets, as well as the manual and some adhesives, extra adhesives if you need them, and the USB cable. Happy to say this is USB-C, which is the standard, and we've got a little right angle cable right here, a good thick one, plenty of length for doing this right next to your computer or your device. Okay, now I'm gonna kind of go back here. I'm gonna set this off to the side, and we'll talk about the screen itself. This is a ABS and aluminum construction. It feels very sleek and modern and high tech, and it comes in at only 1.7 pounds, which is super duper light. Now, is this combined with your laptop gonna make it pretty heavy? Yes, but you don't have to haul two separate things. So, you pick your battles. Also worth noting is that the screen is only a 1/4 inch thick at the thinnest portion, which is pretty incredible. On the edge of the screen, we've got two USB-C ports, one for power and video if your laptop can do that, if you've got a USB-C on your laptop, and then one would be for signal and one for power if your laptop just uses USB-A and you have to use a conversion cable. Remember that the regular USB does not carry power. You have to have a USB-C on your laptop itself, okay? So most laptops nowadays have that. It's not really an issue, but if your laptop's a little bit older, that's good to know. A few other features worth mentioning on this Mobile Pixel screen is that it has 300 nits of brightness. I'll be honest, I didn't know much about brightness levels in laptops and portable screens until I did some research. 300 seems to be pretty middle of the road as far as brightness goes, and should be pretty similar to your laptop's screen itself, unless you got some fancy laptop. The screen also has an accelerometer inside, which allows it to automatically rotate depending which orientation you use it in, and this can be used in a couple of different orientations. Obviously, if it's magnetic onto the back of your laptop and you slide it out, you've got your standard right there. You can also slide it out all the way and fold it back and use it as like a presentation mode on the back of your laptop screen. And you can use the case itself, if it's not attached to your laptop, in a vertical kind of portrait mode, which is really cool. They also make a kickstand, I believe, where you could just use one of your own, and you could kind of keep this unattached from your laptop and just off to the side as a kickstand type screen. It's also worth noting that you can use this with like an Android device instead of a laptop because of the USB-C, and in that case you'd want to use the kickstand anyway because this isn't going to hook onto your phone. So that's kind of an overview of the screen itself, the unboxing and the features. Let me put the camera overhead. I'll show you how you hook this on your laptop, and then we'll get some shots of it in use. All right, so I've got my laptop right here, and I've got the screen along with all of the accessories on the side. Like I mentioned, this is the little box the magnets come in. They're super strong. Keep them away from each other because they're tough to get apart once you let them touch each other. You can see that they're not in my package, and they're already on my laptop if I kind of hold it up so you can see the reflection. And that's just because you want to put them on and let them set for a minute so that they can support the weight of the screen. You don't want to put them on and then immediately put the screen. So I figured it would be best to have them on there so that you could see them in place before we did the video. Okay, they do include in the little manual packet right here some additional adhesive if for some reason you don't get a good seal the first time, and they also include this little alcohol pad so you can wipe down your laptop screen. Underneath you've got the user manual right here, which kind of explains the functionality. We're not going to need that right now. We've got our USB cable, which we'll get in just a moment. Here is our attachment guide. It walks you through how to set it up, but the long and short of it is that this is your guide. You're gonna wanna take your laptop. Let me set the screen over here. Okay, take your laptop, and then all you're gonna do is put the little guide, center it on your, the shell, the screen portion. I had to move some of my stickers, so if you got a lot of stickers, keep that in mind. I had to move them out to make some room. Then you just lay down the template like that, and then you'll just take your magnets and place them on each of the slots, push them down, and then let it sit for a few hours so you can get a nice seal. One of the cool things about the screen is that it's got these four metal bars right here for the magnets to attach to, and they're kind of long, so you've got some leeway to slide the screen however you need to, okay? So if I'm gonna place this, let's see, I want it to slide to the right, so I'm gonna put it down like that, and it slots into place. If I need to move the screen on the rails, I can, and then if I need to actually just pull out the screen, slide it like that. And that's literally all there is to it, okay? So let me change the camera angle again, and we'll get some shots of this in action. All right, so here's a shot of the computer with the screen on. You can see maybe up to the side here, I've got the right angle plug plugged in, and unfortunately my USB-C is on the other side, so I just ran the cable around the back. I'm happy to say there is plenty of cable length no matter which side you place the screen. If it extends one way or the other, there's enough cable to make it reach, okay? Now, when I start to pull out the screen, a really nice feature is that it doesn't power on until you pull it out. So once I start pulling it out, then it starts powering on. And it's worth noting, okay, once this powers up, that the edge of the screen is kind of hidden. But the nice thing about this is once I've extended it the full way, you can actually just slide the screen mount on the magnets until you get the edge of the screen in view. Then you can just tilt this towards you so that you've got a good angle, and bada bing, bada boom, we're in business. Now, if I go over to my right screen and pull up the same image that I have on the left, you can see that the image between the two, they look pretty much identical. Both of my screens are 1080p. I would say that the colors, like the blues, are a little bit deeper on the laptop screen than on the extendable screen, the mobile pixels, but they're pretty close, and that probably could be fixed by some settings within the screen itself. On the side, there are a few buttons that you can push. So you see we've got the backlight here. I've got it currently at 70, now it's up at 100, okay? If we cycle through these settings, let's see, here we go. We've got backlight, contrast, saturation, temperature, eye care mode, the G sensor, which is going to be how it shifts orientations, and then a reset and an exit. Okay, so we can do things like the contrast, take the contrast down or the contrast up, and then we'll put that back at 50 because that's where I think it looks best. Same with the saturation. Maybe we can get some of those deeper colors. That starts to look a little bit unnatural, so we'll take it back to 50. But if you wanted to mess with those yourself, you absolutely could. S off, 93, 75. Okay, so this is like your color temperature. We'll just keep it on sRGB. Eye care mode probably is just gonna take out some of the blue light, and then the G sensor is for your orientation. So let's talk about the accelerometer for a second. So if I'm gonna exit this screen real quick. Let me find those buttons again. I'm doing this blind back here. There we go. If I pop this off of the laptop, okay,
and then we'll just actually turn it like this. It should automatically switch orientation. Okay, oh, all right, so it goes there. How do we get it to portrait mode? Okay, so we can see we can flip it these two ways pretty easily, okay? For portrait mode, maybe we need to go this way. No, this way. That might be something we have to do within the computer settings itself. It appears that the accelerometer is only gonna be for the two landscape modes, okay? Regardless, so that's very responsive and quick. Sorry, my hands are all up in the image. There we go. And it's pretty responsive when you turn it. Now, with the screen turned around 180 degrees in presentation mode on the back of the laptop, I did want to give you some shots of video. This is just some generic 4K Costa Rica clips on YouTube. And I mean, just look at it. The quality is fantastic. Of course, this is a recording of a screen, but the image is just pristine. Definitely full HD, easily rivals my laptop screen itself and my iPad screen and all my other, full HD images. The colors look great, clear, good contrast. Not a lot of settings to adjust or dial in, but how it comes out of the box is pretty dang good looking.
So there you have it. That is the Mobile Pixel's DUEX MAX. It's a really convenient, ultra thin, and well-built extendable laptop display, 14.1 inches, full HD. I'm very, very pleased with it. I think the quality of the image is better than the other screens that I've used, and it also has the benefit of just living clipped onto my laptop at all times. It adds a bit of weight, 7 pounds, but honestly, it's pretty negligible, as well as the thickness that it adds. Honestly, in my backpack, it's like the least of my concerns. So I can definitely recommend this. Be aware that you do have to attach magnets to your screen, and that you do have to kind of get used to the sliding mechanism. It's not like the smoothest, but I think that's just because of the weight and how it attaches. For what it is, it feels very secure. It hasn't fallen off for the few hours that I've used it so far. We'll post an update in the future. And on the whole, I'm really, really pleased with it. So if you want to go grab one for yourself, I'll include a link down in the description. You can go buy through there, support the channel. I would, of course, love you for it. If you're not picking one of these up, that's cool. Leave a comment, like the video, subscribe, and ring the notification bell. All of those help the channel grow and help me to keep bringing you products each and every week. But that's going to be it for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.